Good morning, YouTube. I'm recording a video today because I just received some very interesting information about one of Dodge's products. Now, right now we have the HELLCAT that is the top of the line as far as Challengers and Chargers. It has been released that Dodge will now have a trim level that will sit above the HELLCAT, the Challenger HELLCAT and the Charger HELLCAT. And it's pretty much common sense. Everybody's thinking, and pretty much everybody, is kind of saying, yeah, it's going to be this. It should be a all-wheel drive Hellcat for the most part that will possibly have more power. That's the interesting part about it to me, because if you don't know, the 6.2 with this supercharger in it that is in the Hellcat is nothing more than a modified 6.4 that has been optimized to handle the supercharger. They talked to I think it was Ralph Gill, and he said, yeah, we tried the 6.4, but we had some issues with it, and we thought that the 6.2 would be a better fit, so we ran with the 6.2, and it put out to what they said was just as much power as the 6.4. So that'd be a very easy way for them to squeeze out some more power and put it into a four-wheel drive powertrain, is to go ahead and work out whatever bugs they had with the 6.4 and put the supercharger on there, and bang, you have more power. Now, the second thing I want to talk about today too is the 6.4 possibly being an option for the Durango. Now, I bought a 2016 Challenger Scat Pack Shaker last summer, like around July. And I was really on the fence about getting it because, okay, you know what, I was kind of in between a Cadillac CTS and the Dodge Challenger. But the CTS that just rolled, it was too conservative for me. It was too conservative. The exhaust was real, just basic, and bland. And when I got in the Challenger, man, I started that thing up, and it just like, it was, it, like gave me goosebumps almost. I'm like, man, I have to have this car. It was that type of feeling I got from the car, and I was willing to spend the extra money for it. But anyway, the drawback I was experiencing though was, am I going to be able to drive this car in the winter? This is a lot of money to dish out, for something, because I live in a cold, a cold climate. I live up north. Is this going to be something I can drive in the winter? And initially, what I said to myself, don't worry about it, man. You learn how to drive in a rear-wheel drive car. It's not that big of a deal. But what I didn't take into consideration is the type of car the Challenger Scat Pack is. That is a car that is optimized and built from the ground up, to be, a street beast. You know what I mean? So the stiffer suspension, and it's in the sport tires and 500, horsepower is just not going to work out well in the snow. And I know I could have bought a pair of winter tires, which I contemplated at first, but this is the issue with that. By the time I buy the tires, I can go ahead and buy me a whole nother car, and just use it during the winter. And that's what I ended up doing. I didn't want to take the chance, wrecking my car, or wrecking somebody else's car, just because I wanted to have this car and drive it in the winter. And on top of that, that car sits extremely low. I would assume that when they make this new upper trim level Hellcat, that they will have some type of snow mode in the suspension, will hopefully where it will raise up a little so you can clear some of the debris and things like that. Because I've heard guys who have Hellcats that say, yeah, well, I drive mine in the winter, but I've had to replace my splash guard, some of the underpinnings are, taking a beating and things like that, because it's really a car that's not really built to be driven in the snow. You know what I mean? So just let me know what you guys think. If you like what you're hearing right now, go ahead, subscribe. We can go on this journey together and find out exactly what's going on with, what Dodge is doing over there. They actually, putting out some good products right now. I'll probably stick with Dodge, for my next couple cars, if they keep doing what they're supposed to be doing, like they are. So I'll talk back to you guys. Have a nice one. Bye.